Jerry Mallory here for SB Nation and PrivateDetroit.com. The Detroit Lions will defeat the Cleveland Browns with or without Calvin Johnson. I'm here to give you 3 reasons why. Plain and simple. Take a look. If Calvin Johnson doesn't play in this game against the Cleveland Browns, it will be insurmountably more difficult. But here's 3 reasons why I think the Lions will win the game either way. Now, the first 2 reasons kind of tie in with each other. It's simply preparedness. We're going to start off with the coaches. Jim Schwartz, he'll have an extra week, realizing that life without Calvin is hard. We knew this would be the case, but seeing it firsthand, seeing the mistakes, seeing the ineptitude of the offense, it had to strike a chord with him. And so game planning this week, another week with him not practicing, they have to be more creative. They're going to have to use different packages. They're going to have to use different players featuring them. Even guys that maybe they don't trust as much. We're going to talk about a little bit later. They're going to have to trust them a little bit more because if Calvin's not playing this week, we won't be as caught off guard. So guys like Schwartz and Linehan will have to be creative. They'll have to be inventive. You can't recreate a Megatron. You can't duplicate what he'll give you on the field, but you still have 60 minutes. You still have an NFL team with NFL players, so make it happen. Like I said, the second reason ties into the first. The players, they're going to have to be creative. They are now more prepared, life without Calvin, so they know they're going to have to step up. That's a cliched term. This player has to step up. He has to bring it, but it is true in this case. Guys like Brandon Pettigrew is going to have to be solid. Joseph Faria, someone that wants more playing time. Ryan Broyles, receiver, he wants more playing time. They want to get more looks, more balls thrown their way. If Calvin doesn't play, this is what they're going to have to do. Get more playing time, get more balls thrown their way. I think this week, as opposed to last week, they'll be more prepared. They realize the coverages they're going to see. They realize the formations and the sets. Maybe you won't be in the slot all the time. Maybe you'll be on the outside, etc., etc. The team as a whole is more prepared. Practicing without Calvin, weeks before, they wouldn't practice with him, but they knew he'd be on the field. This week was different. They know it's a good chance he won't be out there. So that shock element is not there. They should be more prepared, and this should help them in hopefully defeating the Cleveland Browns. The third reason is the defense. Now, let's take a look last week. Beside the 2 huge plays they gave up, the defense was sound. They got pressure on the quarterback, not as much as we want, but a big reason why they did not bring down Aaron Rodgers as much as we would like to because his escapability. Insert Brandon Weeden, the 28-year-old. I used to like to call him a rookie, but now he's probably the 29-year-old sophomore. If Aaron Rodgers is a man with escapable skills, Brandon Weeden might be the polar opposite. So that pressure oftentimes leads to sacks. He likes to hold on to the ball. He's been brought down at a very big clip despite not playing a ton of games because Mr. Hoyer was in. So this defense this week, if they looked good last week, they can look even better. We're going to need them to. If Calvin doesn't play, it's going to have to be a close, tight game, 16-17, 13-14. It may very well be that dog, pun intended, fight. But I think the defense is capable of doing it. Mr. Sue, we're looking at you. You could have a huge game. We would need you to, because if Calvin isn't playing, the offense isn't going to do as well. So the defense will have to pick them up. And I think this team, this week, the defense and offense, the coaches, you name it, they're all ready with life without Calvin. They better be. Because the NFC North is the NFC North. The Bears just won. The Packers are going to keep winning. And so this is the type of team you're going to have to beat if you want to make the playoffs, if you want to make your mark. Cleveland Browns are much improved. They have a very good, underrated defense. They're 3-2. But it's the NFL. Nothing's given to you. The schedule's getting easier and easier. Get this road win and keep moving forward. This past week, Jim Schwartz has kind of downplayed the impact of not having Calvin Johnson in terms of the loss to Green Bay. This video was not intended to say we don't need him. With Calvin on the field, this game might not even be close. With Calvin on the field, the win seems a little bit more secure. However, the 3 reasons I mentioned below, above, however you want to view it, are the reasons why I think we can win, even if number 81 is now on the field. Now, we want him out there, but not at the risk of further injury, not at the risk of prolonging him. This is one of the games, similar to when Reggie Bush didn't play in Washington, to where if you can win this game, give one of your superstar players an extra week of rest, that would be great. That being said, I'm hoping, we all are hoping, Not just because he's on one of my four fantasy teams. I'm an addict. But obviously, being a Lions fan, I'm hoping he's out there. But if he isn't, I think we have a good shot. If he isn't, it's going to have to be a bloodbath, a fight. It's going to be a low-scoring game. But we could still pull this game off. What do you think? Give me your scenarios. Leave your comments. If Calvin plays, what do you think will happen? If Calvin doesn't play, you can answer both scenarios or just neither and say you love the podcast and the videos and all the things we do here at Private Detroit. Either way, comment. If you haven't subscribed, you already know what I'm about to say. Shame on you, but we'll give you one last opportunity. Subscribe and keep watching. We're out of here until late Sunday. Hopefully, we'll be happy talking about a Lions win. This has been Jerry Mallory for SB Nation and PrivateDetroit.com.